What's up, TeamFullest? This is a girl Amy. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my canal. So today I'm going to talk about something that maybe some of you already know, or maybe some of you don't know about. But today I'm going to show you guys how I washed my okra with baking soda. For some of you guys who don't know, when you buy food in the store, like apple, all those vegetables and fruits, they are all sprayed with chemical so that to help preserve the fruit, so that it doesn't get spoiled, so that it still looks fresh, and they're all preserved. Even the stuff that comes all the way from Africa. I live in Holland. Okra does not grow in Holland, so okra is more is coming from Africa or Suriname or other countries which are more warm. Okra is growing from there, and they're shipping it all the way to the Netherlands so that people that live in Netherlands can buy okra. But for the okra to come from such a far distance to the Netherlands, that means they have to spray the okra to make it looks more fresh, to make it looks nicer. For some of you guys who don't know, I eat organic just because I have I have allergic reaction. My body is very sensitive to those chemicals they spray on the okra and on other vegetables and fruit. Not that organic products are not sprayed to preserve them, to make them look good, but they use natural natural things to spray them. They are more natural than what other stores use, so that's the reason. The organic stuff is very expensive, but I have been eating organic now for a very long time, so it's part of my lifestyle. And as time goes, you just get used to it. You just get used to it. Actually, with finance, you just get used to it. You be like, you know what, this is part of my life, and it has been for me. It has been going on like that now for years, so I'm not really like having a big deal with it. So I bought this okra, and I'm gonna show you guys how I wash my okra. So baking soda, it actually helps, whether 95 or 90%, to help take off those chemical they use to spray on the product. Helps take them out. 100%, I don't know, but I know it takes 90 or 95% the chemical off if you totally wash it and soak it well. Even though you wash the product with ordinary water, of course you're going to take some percentage of that chemical, the spray on it, but you're not going to take everything off. So soaking the product with baking soda really helps to take a lot percentage of the chemical they use to spray on it. Like, for example, when I buy an apple from a normal store, and I wash it and I eat it, for no reason I spit it out. For no reason my body reacts really weird, I spit it out. I can't eat it. But when I buy apple from the organic store, I wash it very good, I soak it with the baking soda, and then I eat it. My body seems to accept that easily. I don't spit it out. I don't have a crazy reaction. So for me, it shows that the organic thing is much more better for me. And this is not something I just be like, oh, I'm eating organic. I'm having a lot of allergic reaction problem. We've done a lot of tests with my doctor, so it was better for me to just eat organic. It's more better for me. So whenever I bought all my fruit and vegetables, even though I bought it from the organic store, I still use this method. I soak them with baking soda and leave it for like 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, leave it to soak, and then I rinse it twice, and then I put it in the basket where I keep my fruits and vegetables, so that if the kids want to eat, they can go and take it. So when they want an apple, all I have to do is just rinse it again so that it's clean, because it's just standing there. So yeah, so today I'm going to show you guys how I do it. But if you guys don't know about this thing, you can definitely do your own research on YouTube. There are a lot of videos on YouTube talking about the chemicals that they use to spray on the food. I thought let me just come here and show you guys how I do my things. So this is the baking soda. I use baking soda for everything. I use baking soda to clean my dishwasher. I use baking soda to clean my washing machine. I use baking soda for dirty clothes. Like, for example, if you have kids and sometimes they eat certain ingredients. I'm an African. I cook African food. A lot of palm oil, those red oil. and sometimes the kids kind of really stain their clothes, really mess it up. So I use baking soda to soak the clothes, and then before I put it into the washing machine. So baking soda is like I don't know how to say it. It's like a part of my house daily stuff. I really like baking soda, and I use it to make sure I get all those chemical off my fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. So here is an okra I got from a store. This is a lot of okra. So before ever I cut the okra, what you have to do, you have to make sure you don't cut it, you don't break this off, because when you do that, the chemical that is on the skin will actually transfer inside the okra. So I like to wash everything first before ever I cut this off or cut the top off. I like to make sure I wash everything before I do that. So this is the okra. First, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little bit of liquid warm water, not too warm, not too cold, in between. I'm just going to rinse the okra. I'm going to close this so that just to rinse it first before I soak it with the baking soda. Some people use soap to wash their okra. I've seen a video where somebody used soap, and I don't use soap, so I don't need to do that. So I just first rinse it really nicely before I soak it. So as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see the water is pretty dirty. The water is dirty. You see, you can see it had like this crazy stuff coming on top. Like, I don't know, you guys can see you guys can see the water is dirty. So the water is really dirty. So I'm just gonna let that water run out, and then before I soak the okra with the baking soda. But the water is dirty. It has like this light oily kind of thing on top, like there's an oil, like this base of oil on top. So we're just gonna let this run, rinse it again, and let the water run out. I do this all the time whenever I buy my okra. Even with my fruits and vegetables, I always do this. I never eat my fruits and vegetables without not doing this. I make sure I do this all the time. So now we're just going to let this water run out, and then I'm going to close it once more again. I'm going to soak it with the baking soda. But you guys can see how dirty the first water was. The water is really dirty, and it has this like an oily kind of thing. I don't know how to call it, but it's really dirty. Just gonna rinse it once more again. Get rid of all the, and then I'm just gonna let this rinse this too. Let this close, and then I'm going to get the water. I'm gonna get a little bit warm, a little bit cold, not too warm, not too cold, just in between. I'm gonna let it come all the way up, like let the okra soak in it. You guys can see the okra look very fresh. It looks really nice. It's because it has been sprayed with something to make sure it looks that fresh. So that chemical is actually not good for your body. It's not good for your red blood cells. It's really not good. So that's why it's very advisable. It's advisable to wash your fruit and vegetables every time you buy them from the store. Make sure you wash it, and also make sure you take off the skin, like apples and other ingredients that you can actually take the skin off, like other fruits. Make sure you take the skin off before you eat it. Even though I buy organic apple, I make sure I take off the skin before ever I eat it. Not only for me, but for the kids as well. Even though the kids can eat the normal fruits from the store, but sometimes I'm kind of confused buying different fruit there, different foods instead because of that. So I just make all of us to eat organic. It's much more better for me, so I'm not confused that which one is not organic, which one is organic. So I'm just going to soak the okra inside the baking soda. And baking soda is not a harmful thing. It's something you use to cook, so it's not harmful, but it's also very good to get rid of all the dirt. So yeah, just gonna put a little bit more. I use a lot of baking soda, guys. Like, I have so much of this in the house. I keep it like a backup. Like when I need just like backup, keep it for when you need extra, because I use it to do so many things. So this is what I do. I'm just gonna leave this one to stand. I leave it for 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. We're gonna leave it to stand, and then when it's finished, I'm just going to rinse it off, and then I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to rinse it, cut it in little slices, and then put it in the freezer, or maybe put ready to cook with it. So this is how I wash my okra. This is how you're supposed to wash your vegetables and fruit. So now everything is just going to stay here. It's just going to be here from 10 to 15 minutes, and all the dirt is going to rise, because I've also washed it before. I soak it with the baking soda. You guys saw the first dirty water. So this one is just going to leave it like this for a while. So when I'm going to leave it like this for a while, and then I'll be back to show you guys how when I rinse it and how it looks like. Show you guys what it looks like. Well, if you guys can see, it's soaked in with the baking soda, so the baking soda is really going to work its way in and make sure everything, all the dirt, everything comes out. So yeah, stay tuned for the finished results. We'll be back. Beauties, I'm back again. It's more than, I think, 15 to 30 minutes by now. So I'm going to show you guys how I rinse the okra. As you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see the water. The water is a little bit dirty, and you have this oily kind of stuff like on top of it. So now that I have soaked the okra with the baking soda, I also put some of this garden egg, because I like to eat this, and some people like to cook it. But me, I like to eat this on its own. As you guys can see, it looks very shiny when I bought it the first time. But after soaking it with the baking soda, everything looks really nice. I put this at the end because I forgot. I normally eat it like this. So now I'm just going to take off the okra, and then I'm going to rinse it once more again. And then after rinsing it, actually you can cook it. It's ready for you to cut it and cook. The water is a little bit dirty. It has like, I don't know if I can show you guys. You guys can really see it. You guys can see it has dirt, and it has like this oily kind of thing on top of it. As you guys can see, when I put my hand in the water, my hands look very shiny and very like there's oil in it or something. You guys can see my hand looks very shiny. My hands look very moisturized because of the spray that they have. So yeah, everything is kind of get out of it now. So now I'm just going to open this, let it run, and then I'm going to rinse the okra once more again before I use it. So do this to all your vegetables and your fruits and vegetables. It's really necessary, because taking those chemicals that they spray on it is very good for your health. It's not good for your blood. It's really not good, you know. If I can find a video on, because I really don't know how to explain it. I hope I explain it very well, but I will find a video. Or there's this guy on YouTube which he explained it very well. I'll try and find his video and put it in the comment box so you guys can go and check it out. For me, I know about this long time ago when I first started when this allergic thing started, because I've lived in Holland now for 13 years. I've lived here now for 13 years. So it started immediately when I came to Holland, because of the food, the environment, and everything. So it started immediately. So for me, it was very quickly to know that I can't eat certain things. So that is where me and my doctor, we kind of come out with, you know what, maybe eat organic is better. And that is how I know that baking soda can take some of the chemical off the product. So I have been doing this now for a very long time, but I'll put his video in the comment box, because he really goes into details about it. Maybe I don't know how to explain it very well in English, because when I went for this test about the allergic and all the chemical stuff that they spray on the food stuff for the food to look fresh and looks nice, all this for me was done in Dutch, so it's very easy for me to explain it in Dutch than for me to explain it in English, because everything was research. I get to know everything in Dutch, but I try my best to explain it to you guys in English. His video really explained very nice in English, so I'll also link his video in the comment box, so you guys can go and check it out if you guys want more information about the chemical and everything, and how dangerous the chemical it is for the human, for your body, how bad it is. So guys, this is my okra. I'm just going to rinse it once more again, and then I'm just going to take this out, because this one I'm going to eat it. I love eating this on its own. I don't know why, I just love it. I don't cook it, I just eat it like that. So yeah, this is your bowl of okra. As you guys can see, the okra is not that shiny anymore like the way it used to in the beginning. It was not that shiny anymore. It looks much more nicer. So like this now, you can actually cut your okra in pieces, take off the head, take off this one, and then cut it, and then you're ready to cook. Actually, now you're actually ready to cook your okra. So this is how I washed my okra. I don't only do this with okra, I do this with all of my vegetables and fruit, with my pepper, with my tomatoes, everything. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys do, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook like page. All the links will be down in the description box. This is Emmy, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye. Doeg. Vergeet niet te abonneren. En hoop ik jullie zo snel mogelijk te zien. Doei doeg.